goal I want for 2023 is to improve my relationship with my husband. I have a date night without kids once a week. Hello, you're welcome once again to my YouTube channel. My name is Beatrice Chimpi. Thank you for coming around. If you've clicked on this video, most likely you want to plan your year. All right, I know we are in the last quarter of 2002 and we are heading over to 2003. One of the things that I've learned in this year, one of the lessons has been how to utilize my time, taking charge of my time. Okay, and doing more of the things that lead me towards my goals than the things that pull me away from my goals. And so one of the things has been implementing a system in my life of working in a quarter form towards my goals. And where do I borrow this principle? I borrow it from this famous book called the 12-week year, where your year is not consisting of 12 months, but it's consisting of 12 weeks. What does this do for you? It gives you a sense of urgency, and it makes you treat each day as important as each week, as important as a year. It defies the rules that people have been working with. Like every time it's December 31st, that is when we get to write our goals. Very quickly, some people even write them just 5 minutes to midnight, so the year doesn't find them with any goal. But most of the time, those goals that are just off head, you don't even work ambitiously towards them because you don't feel like they are very, very important. If you want to plan your year, this is the right time for you to plan 2023. Why? It is because it's going to give you ample time to lay down the goals that you've been desiring to do, some of the things that you've not been able to achieve in this year or you would like to see being achieved in your life next year. You start now. You cannot plan your year in January. January has to find you when 1st of January you're just starting to execute the goals that you want to achieve. So what does this book talk about, or what does it teach us, or what have I learned, is to focus. It teaches you to focus, it teaches you to execute, it teaches you to consistently be working daily, treating each day as an execution day. This motivates you. Have you ever been around people who are just extremely motivated in and out of the year? This is because they are upholding their dreams or their goals on the tip of their fingers each and every day. Okay, what the year plan or the annual plan does is it makes you think you have a lot of time with you. It makes you think that you can attain that goal any other time. Okay, if I didn't attain it in January, I'll attain it in December, I'll attain it in November. Your goals have to be time bound. The only way you are going to stay motivated and not sabotage is when you are time bound, when your goals are extremely time bound. And so in this video, as we watch, I'm going to be talking about how we are going to plan our year, our 2023. So for most of us who had a problem working on deadlines, we have found it very, very unhealthy because you don't give your best. Imagine you have an exam on Monday and you have to start reading on Sunday. You cannot compete with someone who has been reading all the time. And also, there's a saying in life that opportunity meets people who are already prepared. So when you operate on this kind of system where you're periodizing everything, or you're periodizing your time, it gives you a lot of time. 2, it makes you well prepared for success. You're setting yourself up for success because by the time someone comes to on your door to knock, requesting you to jump in and do something for them, you've already prepared for it. For example, if one of your goals this 2023 is to maybe learn a new language, imagine when there is a job advertisement which requires someone to know the exact language that you've been training about or that you've been learning. How is that very, very good and very, rewarding, because you've been prepared for it. So success only comes to those who are prepared. So we are going to make our 2023 a successful year because we are going to plan. So I don't know what your goals are, you who is watching me, but some of the goals that I have for this coming year is I would like to lose around 10 kgs. And I'm saying it on air so that I can have accountability, because that is one of the things that can set you up for success, is when you're accountable, when you have people that are upholding you to your word. If you are going to see success, you have to have an accountability partner. Okay? If you do these things secretly and there's no one talking to you, asking you the results, then you will be you find any reason not to do them. All right, so as we discussed today, I want you to know that you have to set yourself up for success by being accountable to either someone, or if you're very, very strong enough and you can be accountable to yourself, that is a very high degree of discipline. I commend you. You can be accountable to yourself. Okay, so we are going to look at how this by the way, it's called the 12-week year by Brian P. Moran and Michael Lennington. Okay, it says that get more done in 12 weeks than others do in 12 months. We've tried doing goals, doing all it takes for us to achieve our goals the past years by writing them down and then not following through them, just leaving them on the paper, and it has failed. For 10 years, for 5 years, you've always wanted to build that house, you've always wanted to be promoted, you've always wanted to go back to school, you've always wanted your spiritual life to go higher, but you've not achieved any of those goals because you've not had a system in place. So this book helps us to have a system in place. So it says that effective plan structure is one that you write down. A good plan starts with a good goal. If your goal is non-specific or measurable, the plan that you write will also be vague. Okay? Your goal has to be measurable. Okay? It has to be also attainable. Solid, because you cannot set yourself 12 weeks to achieve something that is extremely big. If you set up a very huge goal for yourself that you want to attain in a very short period of time, then you're setting yourself up for, failure. But the good thing, or the good gospel about this book is, instead of me not achieving any of the goals by the end of 2023, I rather have attained at least the little that I did in each quarter. Okay? Because I was focused, because I was, consistent. Okay? So there are 5 criteria that will help you create better 12-week plans when you are writing goals and tactics. So the first criteria it talks about is make them specific and measurable. Okay, that we've already talked about. The second criteria is state them positively. Focus on what you want to happen that is positive. For example, rather than focusing on a 2% error rate, you would target a 98% accuracy rate. What does that mean? Instead of focusing on the negative things that would come out of not doing what you want to do, you rather focus on the bigger picture of how about it happened. So be positive. In other words, don't be negative. So as you watch this video, please consider subscribing. This is the place for you for self-development, self-improvement, reinvention in all areas of life. Okay, I love seeing people flourish. That is why I put up this YouTube channel for you who is watching me to continue being educated and being enlightened. And so this is a great chapter in our lives, the community of this channel, because we are going to be growing in terms of using our time effectively. The third criteria is ensure they are realistic stretch. If you can accomplish the goal without doing anything differently, then you probably need to stretch more. Like this goal, you can't set a goal that I'll wake up tomorrow and take children to school. I'll take children to school this week as a goal. That is a simple, again, it's a very simple goal. If you feel that it is very easy, then maybe you need to stretch it a little higher. Okay, if it's absolutely impossible, then factor it back a little more. So it is teaching you, this criteria is teaching you how to balance your goal. It shouldn't be extremely unattainable. Again, it shouldn't be extremely too easy. Okay, if you have never asked for a business referral in your life, a tactic like ask for referrals every client interaction might be a bridge too far. Don't create bridges that are too huge to cross. Create things that you can easily attainable. Again, don't create bridges that are easy to skip. Like number 4, assign accountability. We've already talked about that. This applies to people who are executing as part of a team. Okay, it can be that you have you're an executive in a certain company and you would like to execute certain goals for that company. So create accountability platforms for your groups as they work in teams. Let them be accountable to a certain, either they're accountable to a superior, whether it's weekly or monthly. This accountability will help in seeing that these goals that you've set for the company at a bigger picture or on a bigger picture are achieved on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. This can also apply to an individual, like we've already said. If you can talk to your husband that I have a desire to read these 2 books and finish them, or 3 books, they'll always ask you, which page are you on, what is it about? The other thing is it has to be time bound. Okay, there is nothing like a deadline to get things started and keep moving. Make sure to include a date by which the goal is to be reached or the tactic is to be executed. So it's this criteria of time bound is telling us that we have to have a time frame in terms of the execution date, okay, the time by which the goal has to start and the time by which the goal has to end. So there has to be a time limit. In addition to the previous criteria, each tactic should start with a verb. Okay, you who cannot formulate this, some people use journals, some people use notebooks. You can use a notebook for each and every goal that you want to attain. If you can't, you can use a planner like the one that is here. And if you want such a planner for your company, it could be in any size that you would want, be it small for you who is in a small space, you want to put it near your desk. You can order. In the description I'm going to be putting the numbers for which you can WhatsApp, the email for which you can email, and it will reach you. They can export it wherever you are, whichever country that you're at, and you can get yourself such a planner. This is big enough for a company that is very big, but if you're a person who is just one, you want to attain certain goals in your life, you can do something that is smaller than that. Or if you want personally to do something which is as big as this, you can still do it. So you can order with the numbers below in the description. It will be very good. So let us establish our 12-week goals. So I'm going to take the examples in this book as I fill in my own goals for my first quarter of 2023 as you listen. And you can also have a book where you can be jotting your things. So to this person, in 12 weeks, remember we said that these goals for each 12 weeks do not have to exceed 3 or 4 goals. So this one has 12. So it's written that the first goal is to achieve $10,000 in a new business, then to lose 10 pounds, then to improve his relationship with the wife. So here it says improve my relationship with Carol. And so it's going to give you tactics. So you have a goal, then you have tactics, how you're going to be able to achieve this goal. So for me, instead of those above, I'll put the first quarter of 2023. I want to I want my channel, I want to grow my YouTube channel, and I want to have 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. And so it's imperative that I set out tactics on how to to achieve that 50k subscribers. And so some of the tactics that I realize I have to do is I have to extremely be consistent. Okay, then I have to create promotional videos each and every time I record a video. I have to create promotional videos which I can, you know, push to other social media handles so that people can get to know that my video has been you know, has been posted. I've been doing this since the year began, but I was doing it only once, you know, but this time around I need to do it more frequently so that I can get more results. And so in achieving the 50k subscribers, I want to be posting at least 2 videos every week. All right, so those are some of the tactics. The other thing is to be a little more organized with my time, where I know that in such and such a week I'm only recording, in such and such a week I'm only editing, I'm only editing, in such and such a week I'm only promoting, like that. So I want 50k subscribers. So if you've not subscribed and you've reached this far, so be among the 50k and subscribe. So the other thing he talks about is to improve his relationship with Carol. Me, I want to improve my relationship with my husband. And so one of the things, I'm going to borrow it exactly from here, have a date night without kids once a week. Hallelujah. So I'm going to be having a date night once a week. Okay, without kids. So that is one of my goals for the first quarter of 2023. And I believe that will help us to set us up for success for the rest of the year in our marriage. The other goal that this person has is to lose 10 pounds. Myself, the target is to lose 10 kgs in 12 weeks. I don't know, but I know it is possible. 10 kgs in 12 weeks. Okay, let me turn it back. I don't want to overstretch it so that it gets to my nerves. I want to lose 5 kgs in 12 weeks. So if I get to lose more than that, it will be a bonus. But 5 kgs. So those are my top 3 goals for the first quarter of the year. Okay, but myself, I'm going to add a 4th one because I'm going to do 4 goals. The other goal is to increase on my streams of income by adding 1 more business, and I want to launch that business in the first quarter of 2023. All right, and so we shall be back on this channel as we continue seeing through our goals. Please write your goals down because we are going to hold ourselves accountable. Comment in the sections below what is that goal that you want to look at in 2023, the first quarter, because what we are learning is to make our year have 12 weeks instead of our year having 12 months, so that we can achieve more, so that after the first quarter of 2023 we move on to the second quarter of 2023 with new goals, or increasing on our, or working on more on the other goals if they were big. Okay, this is not a do or die. Most of the time when you're introducing a new habit into your life, it seems very unreachable, it seems very, very hard, and so it means that don't go so hard on yourself. You still have time in this time that we are remaining with in 2022. You can be practicing on your goals that you're going to be executing in the first quarter of 2023, so that by the time you reach there, you have the tenacity, you have the zeal, you have what it takes. Okay, so lay down your plans in this quarter of the year in 2022, so that in 2023 you're just executing. So we've learned that each day is an execution day. There is no time for wasting. If that means improving your relationship with your friends, if that means improving your relationship with your God. And so those are my 4 goals. Of course, there are certain goals that these are the major goals, but there are those sub goals that are consistently in there, like your goal to have a perfect relationship with God, or to have a good relationship with God, or improve on your spirituality, on your spiritual level. It's one of the goals that you can do and say, I'll be praying every morning for 30 minutes, and you work upon it. Remember, they say whenever you work upon a certain set of activities, they become a habit. And so we are creating new habits in 2023 on this channel. Please join us. So deciding where you're going in the first step to getting there. Effective planning absolutely begins with a well-written, specific and measurable 12-week goal. So those have been my goals for 2023. And as you see, we are, you know, this planner it's in a quarter basis. It has the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, and the fourth quarter. And we've said, as we conclude this video, if you're interested in this planner, please WhatsApp on the numbers below. To those of us who are abroad, who are across the country, or it can be shipped, it can be given to you wherever you are. Please don't get stuck. If you need a planner like this to divide your year into quarters, get in touch with the emails below or with the numbers below, and it will be sent to you. So it's been good interacting with you, planning my 2023 with you. If it has been a good video, please share it. Also like, comment, what do you want to see as we increase on our productivity, as we improve on our mindset? What do you want to see on the channel? Please comment in the sections below. Share, like, subscribe. We are hitting 50 subscribers of 2023. So if you don't believe that, I'm sorry, but we are doing that. Okay, please subscribe, and let's get into a family or a club that encourages each other to become the better versions of ourselves, that encourages each other and sets, we set each other up for success. So till next time, I've been Beatrice Chimpi. I give credit to this book and the author. See you. Bye.